Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name's SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. So, today's daily quest is to cast 30 black or red spells, nice and easy. We have a couple of options to look at. We could use the old Rakdos Legends deck, which does have one modification, one new card. But I think we're going to use some mono red burn today. Now, a lot of the mono red I've been seeing so far playing with the new expansion, a lot of them are are mice decks. This one is a little different. This is a burn. This is going to be more of a burn deck. More so because I wanted to do something a little different, to be honest. I haven't used it, honestly, I haven't used it yet. And the deck itself is mainly based off of Power Dragon, the YouTuber who does. He's pretty awesome, and I was having trouble putting together a red deck that I thought would be great. So I thought, you know what, let's check to see what he's got going, and I like it. There's a few things in it that I'm a little curious about. I've never Furnace Punisher is an interesting card and is meant to punish opponents that are using non-basic lands. So it could be interesting. That player, unless they control 2 or more so like if they have, like for me, this won't affect me, but if my opponent is running a lot of dual lands or a lot of special lands, this is going to punish them at each upkeep, or at their upkeep, I guess. So it could be interesting. But mainly the whole thing is burn damage. One of the, some of our new cards here, we have a Blooming Blast, which is good, deals 2 damage to target creature, and if you gift your opponent a treasure, which I don't feel like is that big of a deal for this deck, it's not that big of a deal, it'll deal 3 damage to the creature's controller as well, which is awesome. A Brazen Collector is here to help just give us some more red mana whenever it attacks, so we can use more of our instances. Charming Scoundrel will actually be using mainly to create the treasure tokens. So again, we have more mana to use our burns. Lightning Strike, obviously. Shock, obviously, especially since play with fire can no longer be used in standard. Witchstalker Frenzy. This one's a little more iffy because we do have some creatures in this deck, but it is mainly a burn deck. Running a Koth Fire of Resistance. I don't personally run Planeswalkers very often, so I'm looking forward to this. But this is a great way of helping to thin out the deck with how many lands we're running, and to also just help us get more lands on the field. It's also a damage dealer, and his emblem is pretty cool. Whenever a mountain you control enters, that emblem deals 4 damage to any target. That's awesome, and you only need to do a third turn after having it out, and then you can get that out. Fantastic. Solphim, fantastic card. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent, or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals double that damage to that player or permanent instead. Absolutely fantastic. A Sunspine Lynx, 3 copies of this card. Players can't gain life. Damage can't be prevented. This is kind of our way of saying, hey, no, let me do what I'm going to do. That's how I look at it, at least. And when Lynx, it deals damage to each player equal to the number of non-basic lands they control, which can sometimes hit us with a bit of damage if we have a Mishra's Foundry on the field, but this is to help us with board clears. Anyway, Dragonhawk Fate's Tempest is okay. A bit expensive for this deck, in my opinion, but it's more of like if we have nothing else really to play with, or if we have nothing else we're really spending mana on, send out this 5/5 flyer. Pretty cool. When it enters or attacks, exile the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 4 or greater, which is a few, which would count Dragonhawk, Sunspine, and Solphim. But that's it. Just those 3. But, you may play those cards, or it's going to deal 2 damage for each of the cards still in exile, so pretty good. And the Virtue of Courage. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you may exile that many cards from the top of your library. Just another way of getting more of our cards. So, that's a basic rundown. Let's play a match or two. See how it goes. All right. Okay. No, I can work with this. We'll save the Mishra's Foundry for later. Oh, hello, tiny gremlins. Do that. Give the gift. I'm okay with giving them the treasure. This does have first strike, so let's just go ahead with that. This way I can block with this and not have to worry about it too much. Unless they... Okay. Forsaken Miner, okay. That'll be nice to have out once we get to it. And let's go with the treasure token. So this isn't going very well, but they're playing a hyper aggro. This is a very strong aggro skeleton stack. Very, very good. I do. Very strong. Okay. Let's help clean up their board a little bit while dealing some damage. Why don't we? What does this become? Okay, that's not that bad. And we're going to save. We're going to hold off on doing one of them. Though, unless they, yeah, no, they're going to get us. They'll send out their Corpse of the Lost, have 2 attackers. Oh, well, they can do that too. If you do that, you won't be able to attack. So yeah, that's game. But that's okay. We didn't do too bad, to be honest. They had a lot going for them in that hand. They had I would almost consider it a perfect draw with that. But anyway, no skin off my bones. Let's try again. This could be interesting. Really? Why? Why though? Why another, it's very strange. Oh, don't get rid of it. Sad thing is, Furnace Punisher is not going to be helping us here, so I don't really, so far, I don't really like this card. I mean, sure, it's a 3/3 with Menace for 3, but... yeah, they're not, it's not going to affect them because they're playing mono. Okay, why are we playing the same deck? I mean, we're quite literally playing the same deck we just played. Very strange. So this will deal 6 damage. Alright, let's see. I mean, this would be pretty devastating if they had... So no, I can still see it being a good card. It's just we don't have... So far, the 2 opponents we've gone up against have been mono black. Though Cavern of Souls, well, then again, yeah, if they have, yeah, it doesn't matter. So. I mean, it doesn't really matter. If they have even a single creature, yeah, they're gonna pull out a Forsaken Miner with that. Because it lets you search your library, so they'll pull out exactly what they need for 1 mana, send it out, and no matter what I do, they'll win. Annoying. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this, just so I can spend the. No, yeah, it was a good game. No, I mean, it really was, that was a good match. That was a better match than the one before. So to be honest, I'm not too keen on this deck at the moment. I mean, it's not bad. It is a burn deck, and I'll admit I don't think I had very good luck when it came to drawing or opening hands and drawing that. And I think there are hands you should start with, and maybe that last match was not how I should have started that. That was not the hand I should have started with. I don't know. But I'm going to give it a little bit more time. I want to give it a try, really, mainly because I really don't want to use just a mono red mice deck, like what a lot of people are going to be running. Because yeah, and sometimes burn can be really fun to play, but it just didn't turn out the way I was hoping. But again, maybe next time we use it, we'll have the exact opposite happen. Looking forward to it. But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is posted to the channel, do not forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.